Hello, I'm David Broadhead and welcome to the Business Programme on Kirklees Local TV, where we intend to inform, educate and even entertain you about current business issues here in Kirklees. Today's guest is Chris Buckley, who owns and runs the Alternative Board, which helps forward-thinking business owners across Kirklees and Calderdale increase profitability and also improve the quality of their lives. Chris, thanks for sharing your expertise with us today. And let me start by asking you what you consider to be some of the key challenges and also opportunities for the local businesses you are currently working with.
So thank you for asking me. And so really, if we, at the Alternative Board, we deal with all kinds of different businesses from all kinds of different sectors. And often it boils down to just three key things: money, people and business growth. And if you think about the opportunities within any particular area, the growth is often a combination of people and money. Money is freely available, so then we're talking about people. And one of the very often cited things that we discuss at the Alternative Board meetings are availability, performance, longevity of keeping really good people in the organisation. And actually, when you ask business owners across the UK, actually, what's the biggest single thing that holds them back in terms of their growth, it very often is the availability of really good people who can help them grow their businesses.
The Alternative Board is one of many peer support groups available for local business owners. Can you tell us how you and your peer groups operate? How can they help overcome the challenges but also help deliver on the opportunities that exist?
Okay, so peer board groups are really like boards of directors, or almost like boards of non-executive directors. Typically the way that we run at TAB is that we've got 6 to 8 business owners sat around the table. They don't compete with each other, and there are no key supplier relationships. The way that we work, the structure that we operate, allows people to present not just the challenge that they face within running their business, but also the opportunity. And through a process that's been proven to work over the last 20 odd years, what the business owner gets is 8 heads. So 8 different perspectives on their particular challenge or opportunity. And if you think about people sat around a board table, the collective wisdom of maybe 100, 120, 150, depending on how old they are, years of business experience sat around that table. So they're getting shared knowledge, they're getting great wisdom, but they're getting a different perspective, because throw one opportunity forward to 8 people, you're going to get 8 different responses. Yeah. So that's typically how it does. The other thing that works really, really well is accountability. So peer board groups mean that if somebody gives a commitment as to what they're going to do against a particular challenge or an opportunity, they're held accountable by their peers at the next board meeting.
Okay, so that puts a huge responsibility on you as a facilitator, doesn't it, and coach to these groups. So what's your background and experience which enables you to operate so successfully?
Well, before joining the Alternative Board, I did a number of things. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't work. Trial and error, I think, is probably one of the things. But certainly I have been involved both in provision of service to companies. I had a recruitment business, I had a recruitment technology business. Before that I was involved in engineering, which probably wasn't great for me, but really, really interesting. Okay. So I've done a number of different things, quite a large variety of things. For me though, joining TAB, the training that I got to facilitate, essentially, as I've said before, 7 or 8 people, all of whom own their own business, all of whom have got opinions, is really, really difficult. It has been likened to herding cats. And so, but again, we've got a process that we operate to try and ensure that everybody that comes to a board meeting gets some value.
Okay. I know too that there's a wonderful altruistic side to your character, which has led to your voluntary involvement in 2 local business groups, Speak Up and Around Town. Would you mind telling us just a little bit about them and how people can join in if they're interested?
Well, Speak Up and Around Town are a bit a bit extracurricular for me. But there is a connection. So Speak Up is a free public speaking group. So I think really as a result of me going to a number of networking events, I realised myself I needed to up my game. And my enthusiasm is great, but my delivery is sometimes lacking. So I involve myself in various public speaking groups, but Speak Up is both mine and a chap called Ollie Smith who got together, and we run a group. It's once a month, it's at the media centre, it's supported by the media centre, and we get all manner of different people coming to practice and involve themselves in speaking publicly. And actually it's involved their individual communication as well as their public speaking communication, and it's good fun. We do some really good stuff. Around town is really the whole process of connecting people and places. So we run networking events. They're very much social networking events. They're for the business community, but we go to different establishments in and around Huddersfield. So from as diverse as Rosenbauer, in May we're having a walk around town. In August we're going to the Byram Arcade where we've got Around Town for Repressed Creatives. So we have a whole programme of events where people can come and get to meet each other and see what's happening in the business community in Huddersfield.
Brilliant. So on that note then, that's all for this week. Once more I'd like to thank Chris Buckley of the Alternative Board for sharing his thoughts and experience with us, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on the Business Programme on Kirklees Local TV. Goodbye.